It's going to be a tough day for the printing office at Manchester United because they have to write articles endlessly with two players, Schneiderlin and Schweinsteiger, who have just signed for Manchester United. So how many times are you going to spell those names right? Because I think I've got 1 out of 10 so far. But while Jason is checking up the fees of Schneiderlin, we know that they spent 77 million already in the transfer market, whilst I spent $12 at Starbucks this weekend. It's not a bad day's work.
Why
for
is it
Manchester
so hard
United
to find fucking Schneiderlin's
Well, I'm
fee?
just trying to find the fee. Does it? Well,
I'm finding it.
The fans will fill us in. But what we know is that we did a clip before on how Manchester United could try and sign whoever they want. Well, they could try and sign whoever they want. But
hey, Francis, you should ask me how much Schneiderlin.
How much is Schneiderlin? How much?
24 million pounds.
24 million pounds. So, and on top of that, with £30 million for Memphis to pay, and an undisclosed fee for Torino defender Matteo Darmian. But before we get into Manchester United, I know you want to say a few things about Schweinsteiger. Say Schweinsteiger 5 times.
Schweinsteiger.
No, that's way
Schweinsteiger.
too slow. You took like a massive pause in between.
You said say Schweinsteiger 5 times.
This isn't the MLS pace, mate, where you're like Schweinsteiger.
Schweinsteiger.
We wanted to pitch it to our fans because we
Sorry.
have a little competition that we wanted to integrate into this clip to basically test you guys to see if you're still watching Die Hard and listening to us. Well, hopefully you are, because we're so close to 200,000 subscribers. We want to try and give you guys a chance to win some TYT Sports t-shirts. So, swag. All right, swag. TYT Sports swag. So we want to pitch a question to you guys, and the first person to respond in the comment section or send us an email, tytsports@gmail.com. The first person, not the person that says first, very quickly. Congratulations to you guys, by the way, great honour. But the first person to comment the correct answer to this will get a free TYT Sports t-shirt sent out to you guys. So this is a question. You have to name all of our favourite teams for the specific sport. So Dan Keston, our EP, what is his favourite basketball team? Ben Mankiewicz, what is his favourite baseball team? Racing Jubin, what is his favourite American football name? American football team?
Name?
What is his favourite American football name? What is his favourite American football team? And lastly, myself, what is my favourite soccer team or football team, world football team? So answer all those correctly, and the first person to do so will get a free
You know what,
TYT
Francis,
Sports t-shirt.
out of the kindness of my heart, if you do comment first and you've gotten to this point in the video and you acknowledge that you are the first to get to this point of the video, not just the person who goes and watches 3 seconds and puts first, I will tweet you a picture of Francis Maxwell.
You know, you just don't get that anywhere.
You don't get that anymore.
That adds to the TYT Sports swag.
Take that back. You know what? We'll send you a personalized Instagram video.
That'd be cool.
Leave your Instagram account or your Twitter account. We'll send you a personal video.
Jason, you're being very generous today.
Why not? We want to get to 200,000 subs. We want to give out some free fun stuff.
Do you know who's also?
And you can't put a price on a personal hello from Francis Maxwell.
Do you know who's generous though?
Who?
The Manchester United board, because they've gave out a lot of.
Is that how it works when it comes down?
Yeah, so it comes to the board. It comes down how much transfer fees they can give. There's no cap on it. Like
I know, it's insane.
So they give the money
Why I
out.
should have played football when I was younger.
This signing here is phenomenal. There's a whole Beats commercial about it. You just said Schweinsteiger leaving after just leaving a legacy at Barcelona. You have to give credit to him because he was phenomenal. Did I just say Barcelona?
Wow.
Holy shit.
Whoa. Sound the alarm.
Sound the alarm. My whole career has just went down the toilet. Leaving a legacy at Bayern Munich. Holy Jesus. What a player he was. He came into the scene as somewhat of a right winger, even though he didn't really have the pace to do so, but he still had the technical ability that everyone was just in awe over. And then he moved into centre midfield, and he has been one of the best centre midfielders of my generation, undoubtedly. He works so hard. He can pass, he can score, he can shoot, he can tackle. But more so than anything else, which is very similar to the Philip Lamb's world, he's so intelligent. He knows the game inside out.
High football IQ?
Yeah, very high football IQ. Up there with the Messis and the Lambs of the world. Absolutely. Very intelligent.
2 questions.
Yes.
Question number one. This is all related to Schweinsteiger. He fits into Manchester United. He played with Louis van Gaal in the past at FC Bayern. And one of the things that a lot of reading and BBC and Telegraph have been saying is, what does this mean for Carrick?
Yes.
Are they going to play Schweinsteiger where Carrick would normally play, or they let him play Schweinsteiger play more in front and have Carrick pull the strings?
The answer I've got to this, and to everyone who asks this, is when's the last time Michael Carrick had a fully fit season? He's injured quite a lot. Let's just be honest here. The guy's when he's playing, he's very good, and the team around him adapts to it. And Schweinsteiger might fall under the same category because he had a tough injury last year. But I think that Schweinsteiger is going to be your best bet this year to sit more of a disciplined role in the Premier League. He could absolutely play alongside Carrick. I think a midfield trio of a Carrick, Schweinsteiger and Herrera is very intriguing, but also you've got Schneiderlin coming into the mix, and Fellaini, who regained form under Louis van Gaal. So this will pose people to think about the 3-5-2 formation, which he tried, didn't work as well as everyone wanted it to. The 4-1-4-1 formation was a little bit more successful. This is when they had that great run of form. The 3-5-2, I don't think, should be slaughtered as much as everyone does slaughter it, just because no one in the Premier League usually plays it. But
that's what he came when he first came in and started. They had like a really torrid start. They're like 0-4.
Yeah, and let's think about the team that he had. You can put a 3-5-2 formation in there. You can put a 4-6 formation in there. You can put whatever. But if you've not got the players to adapt to it, then it's not going to get the full function that it should at that formation. When you play a 3-5-2 with a makeshift back three of Blackett and McNair, and suddenly these players that are coming in that just haven't played in that system before, it's not going to work as well. But if you're thinking of a 3-5-2 with a fully fit Smalling, and you've got Jones back there, and if you're adding in defenders like the kid from Torino who may be able to fit into that system, you've got Rojo coming off the back of a fairly successful Copa America.
They have a really deep team.
They've got deep players
and
now.
I guess what I observed from last year following Manchester United through a lot of the tactics videos that we were putting together for you guys, one of the things that I noticed was, and I guess I'm surprised about during this, is it called an off-season in football? It is.
Off-season, yeah.
The off-season.
Well, like pre-season.
The window, pre-season. Because it is about 25 days till kickoff.
This is a break, yeah. This was the only bit of a break that they usually get, but they start playing now.
One of the things that started to really work for Manchester United was one of the things you said, playing Mata up top, playing with
I forgot to even mention
Fellaini coming in and really stepping up his role. Are all these new signings, all this money being spent, is it going to take another half season to get them where they want to be, or is this now Van Gaal is now in his second year? He obviously showed a lot of promise at the last third of last season.
Yeah. So
should they? I mean, with the Schweinsteiger signing, real quick, just of all of them, in my football knowledge, just makes the most sense to me.
Yeah. And that's because he's a leader. They needed a leader in the middle of the park because
a veteran.
Yeah, a veteran leader. Carrick is a good player, but he dictates the game so well. He's not someone that if you need to, if you're a goal down, he's going to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, the way Wayne Rooney would do when he dropped back into position. But now you've got Wayne Rooney. Well, they're selling on Van Persie. They've not really added a striker. They're only taking Wayne Rooney and Wilson.
Of,
but
have you seen the reaction to Van Persie leaving Manchester United?
I haven't.
Well, Francis, we have a video of somebody reacting to Van Persie leaving Manchester United. We shall see said video right now.
Keep who on forever? Who?
Yeah,
Who?
Robin Van Persie.
And Louis, what's happened? Why have you not got him anymore? What happened?
He's gonna be so
He's going to be sold.
Yeah.
Oh, Louis. It's okay.
I always think of these videos. I always think of these videos like, why are you filming like this? It's heartbreaking. Like, I'm glad both hands came out and she hugged him. So I didn't want it to be like her taking a selfie or like hugging her kid.
It's a great video. It's the most authentic reaction because look, no grown man is going to have a video of himself crying over the loss of Van Persie. But like this kid, here's what you hope happens. Real quick, you hope that Van Persie sends this kid some kind of letter or a jersey, and the kid, being a real Manchester United fan, tells him to fuck off.
So yeah, he's went to Fenerbahce, which is another strange decision. Something that Didier Drogbas of the world have done, and no discredit to Fenerbahce or Galatasaray or any of these teams that's trying to move up in European football. I just think Van Persie could have got another year fully fit.
Do you know who leads or led for the last 4 years in goals in the Premier League?
Who?
Robin Van Persie.
Yeah, and the thing about Robin Van Persie is that I feel like in Manchester United he got very unsettled by just the small transfers of the Radamel Falcaos coming in, even though that he was still considered to be a starter and playing alongside his Dutch coach, who seemed to get a regained bit of form out of Van Persie in the World Cup with that unbelievable diving header. I know people still criticise his performance, but I just felt that he might have had to take a little bit more of a further back role in terms of his consistent starting appearances, which I don't think he would have liked that much. But I think that Manchester United are better when they have a Van Persie up top and a Wayne Rooney playing off him, rather than now you're going to have to think about playing Rooney up top on his own, which he can do. But you need consistency with goals up there, and sometimes Rooney goes through those spells of not scoring as much. But with these transfers happening and them only taking 2 strikers on their trip, their pre-season tour of Wilson and Wayne Rooney, you have to think that he's going to play 5 in the midfield, or he's going to play a packed midfield with just 1 up top. So I think a 5 in the midfield is going to be his way of going forward.
And they played 1 up top that worked.
Yeah,
it started creating chances and goals.
To go back to your question, because I think we digressed again. Your question about Are they going to be able to build on last season? Or are they going to have the same problem? I think that they've got a framework now that seems to work. I think still, ideally, keeping a hold of David De Gea is humongous. They keep a hold of him, it's just going to lift the whole team. Like, to keep a goalkeeper like that back there. But I always feel Manchester United are better with 4 at the back. I feel that if you get Dele Blind at left back, his comfortable position, he's good. If you get Luke Shaw fit, you can still interchange them. You need 2 very good centre-backs with Darmian coming in from Torino. He's going to mix up in there. They're going to have depth. But I just think with that amount of talent you have in the midfield and that stability now of Bastian Schweinsteiger, you could play 5 in the midfield. A 4-5-1 for me would be the formation to go forward. Because Schweinsteiger, if Carrick's fit, can take that more central midfield role and then partner with Herrera. My ideal midfield 3 would be those 3, but I don't see Carrick staying as fit and being used as much this season. I think Schweinsteiger might take a deeper role, because I think Van Gaal likes Fellaini being in there for his aerial presence and the fact that he can add goals to his game. Fellaini comes up with some big goals. Maybe stick with Mata out in the wide right and have Ashley Young based on the form that he had. Too many choices. Again, I've been asked many times, is Raheem Sterling worth that money to be paid? No, he's not. But is Andy Carroll worth 35 million? Is Fernando Torres worth 60 million? Is Thomas cleverly still worth money to be sent amongst Premier League teams? No, but he's 20 years of age, and when he is on form, he can beat anyone in the world one-on-one. That's a good gamble.
It's a bold statement.
Oh, come on. The guy's talented when he gets players one-on-one. He's very useful when he's on his day. This is a Raheem Sterling that everyone is just very quick to judge based on this season. And absolutely, judge him. But I still have it in my memory, the Raheem Sterling that was up top with Daniel Sturridge and Luis Suarez. And that Raheem Sterling was the saviour of England.
Do you not just say right there, with Luis Suarez?
But you're still going to have it. You still got Sergio Aguero you can play with.
That's a really good fucking point.
Yeah, so don't get me wrong. I just don't think people are expecting Sterling to take this team and drive them forward on his own. He's not that type of player.
A lot of people are also saying Liverpool's better off without him.
Maybe so.
Just not the right fit for Liverpool, not for Brendan Rodgers.
They try to move him more centrally to try and get him the ball more. And I think that he has to take a lot of the responsibility for the way Liverpool played last season. But he's 20 years of age. He is so young. I would gamble. I'm saying 49 million is a lot of money. But it's still a gamble that Pellegrini and Manchester City have the resources to take. There's been worse gambles. A 35 million for Andy
I guess
Carroll.
when it comes to world football, it's the money doesn't. If you have it, the money actually doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas, because you mentioned there's no salary cap, which in American sports, money does matter because it can affect who else you can sign.
Yeah.
Because there's only enough room without having to pay a penalty.
It's not like Man City are going to be like, all right, we paid 45 for Raheem Sterling, we can't go in for Pogba now. Wait, you shit money. You have that much money. Don't think about it.
I think the expression is you wipe your ass with hundreds. I don't think you actually can poop out money.
Have you seen Friends?
Have you seen the money tree?
Have you seen Friends? Oh, great idea. Don't mean to sound distasteful or anything, but when did you start crapping money? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. How will Schweinsteiger fit into Manchester United? Is Raheem Sterling worth 49 million? Is Tom Cleverley worth ever transferring ever again?
Can you believe it's not butter?
That's pretty good, actually. Subscribe to Team 18 Sports.